baking through Holy Week. And today we are going to be making pretzels. So this is a bit of actual, real, proper baking. So we're going to have to do this in stages and you're going to have to listen very carefully. Did you know that the shape of a pretzel is supposed to be like a child praying? You do a child praying? A child praying. So hopefully our pretzels will look like little prayers. And that's a good thing to do today on Tuesday in Holy Week. So you're going to need 275 grams of bread flour. Now I'm using wholemeal bread flour just because I can pretend it's healthy, but you can use white or you can use wholemeal. I wouldn't use granary, that'd be a bit weird. And then you need the same again, 275 grams of plain flour. There we go. Can you pop them behind me? Thank you. And you're going to need to give it a little whisk up. You can sieve it if you want, but that's quite a lot of flour to get sieving. So I just use a whisk instead. Now you're going to need 2 tablespoons of caster sugar. That's for the yeast to eat. And you're going to need 1 sachet, so a 7-gram sachet of easy bake yeast. There we go. And then you whisk that all in together. Can you put that in the bin for me? In the bin. So that's all whisked together nicely. Pinch of salt. Back in the cupboard. Thank you. And then we've got 100 grams of melted butter. And you need to put in almost all of it, but leave about 2 or 3 tablespoons that you're going to use at the end. So we're making an enriched dough. An enriched dough, Gareth. An enriched dough. 350 millilitres of warm milk. An enriched dough. Right, now we need a wooden spoon. So can you go and put that on the side? Okay, give me a wooden spoon, please. Thank you very much. Okay, now we mix it together. Mix to a smooth, soft dough. And after you've mixed it, you need to be able to knead it. So if you think it looks like it's not a kneadable consistency, add a bit more water, or add a bit of water, add a bit more milk, or add a bit more flour. Ours is looking a bit sticky. I might add sticky. Stop it.
Sticky, sticky, sticky.
Might need add a little tiny bit more flour. So we're going to split it between 3 of us so we can knead it. Now you need to knead it for about 8 to 10 minutes until it's nice and stretchy. So I'm going to get a bit of this. I've got quite a lot of plain flour. There you go, there's a bit there for you. There's a bit there for you.
One for you.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to divide this into 3. And we're going to do some kneading. Just make sure you've got nice clean hands. We have all washed our hands, haven't we?
Yes. Oh, that is sticky.
And you too.
And you too, yeah. It is warm because we put warm milk in.
Oh, yeah.
Not hot, like body temperature warm milk, for the yeast to grow. Caleb, can you pop that in the sink behind me, please?
It's
It's really sticky. So roll it around in the flour first. It is enriched dough, remember? Enriched
Does that mean
dough.
sticky?
No, enriched dough means a dough like ordinary bread dough would be just flour and water and yeast. But an enriched dough, oh, it is sticky. An enriched dough means it's got a higher concentration of fat, dairy, something like that. So this has got milk in.
So more fat and dairy.
More fat and dairy, that sort of thing.
So more unhealthy.
Yeah.
Ale.
Yeah, come on. Right, roll it around in the flour so it's not so sticky. And then your perfect kneading technique is to get the heel of your hand, stretch it, roll it back in. Turn it round, stretch it, roll it back in, turn it round 90 degrees. 90 degrees, Caleb. That's not a perfect kneading technique. And like I say, 8 to 10 minutes.
It is good.
Sorry?
Can I have some more flour over here?
Yep. I don't want to get too sticky then. Right, so once you have kneaded that, and it's nice and smooth and pliable, then you shape it into a ball, and you're going to leave it in a bowl for leave it in the bowl for 1 hour or thereabouts until it doubles in size. I have tried this recipe gluten-free and dairy-free because I know we've got quite a few gluten-free, dairy-free people, and
Like on me.
it does work. So here's it all that way up. So the little crossed arms. So this is a gluten-free, dairy-free one. It does work. Exactly the same recipe. I just replaced the milk with, I used oat milk because what I had, and with gluten-free bread flour, and it was fine. They're probably a little bit heavier and not quite so puffy, but they taste fine. See you in an hour. So you can see it's massive, it's gone nice and puffy, and if you just push it, it bounces back. So we've got to, get off, you can't push it. So we've got to knead it down, so we give it a little gentle push, puff some of the air out. Oh, come on, there we go. Get it off! And we just gently knead it down, just for about 1 minute. Not very hard, just very gently. And now we're going to make the pretzels. So, we're going to cut it up. Okay, so cut it into 2. Cut each one in half. Each one again in half. Now this recipe is supposed to make 16. So it depends how big you want to make your pretzels. So you take a piece of dough. Roll it out. There you go. We'll cut the other ones down a bit. Then you loop it round, give it a twist, and drop it across. Okay, so you've got your little praying arms. Okay. So the next stage, this is giving them a bicarbonate of soda bath. So you get a pan, large pan, you put a tablespoon of bicarbonate of soda in there and some salt, and then you get it to boiling point. Now this is a bit of a weird thing to do. So you get it to boiling point, and then you're going to have to very carefully drop each pretzel in to the bath. You leave it in there for about a minute, and then you put it on a baking tray, and it goes in the oven at with cinnamon sugar and some salty. Now you can put the salt on before or after, it doesn't make much difference. With the gluten-free ones we put the salt on before, so we're going to try putting a bit on. So it's just sprinkle a little bit of sea salt.
It's good to have it in big chunks rather than in like fine.
Yep, there you go. Now you can see some of these puffed up quite a lot in the baking soda bath, so you might want to make yours a bit thinner. Beautiful, that's a beauty one, beauty.
I did it.
And we're going to pop them in 200 degrees. These have been in for about 15 minutes and they're nice and golden. Look at those beauties. Watch out. So there are salty ones. But these ones are going to be the cinnamon sugar ones. So what we do is, we get the leftover butter from earlier, nice and melted, and we paint them in melted butter. Okay. There you go. And I'm going to get this cinnamon sugar and you just sprinkle them in cinnamon sugar.
Beautiful! You shouldn't cut pretzels, you should only eat them.
Oh, look at that. Look at that enriched dough.
Can I?
Got it. You good? Oh, no, no, no.